Just one less thing to love. I mean, one more thing to love.
Something about pit bulls. They have this. What is it? A page about pit bulls.
Oh, there's a lot of pages about pit bulls.
Fred.
Okay, so what I want to talk about today is, because it's raining and we can't go train the dogs, though we could do the kitchen sessions. I'm going to make Summer make me cupcakes now. There's something with the e-collar called the placebo effect, and I'm going to tell you, I know about this from experience, and I'm going to tell you the experience I've had with it is have a dog operating perfectly, only to realize later the collar wasn't on, or halfway through you realize the collar wasn't on. And so what the dog was suffering from, and I don't even want to say it as suffering. Is he growling at you?
No, but he's...
Huh?
No, but he's not listening.
Oh, he's growling at Skylar. Well, Summer, he's not gonna... You're gonna have to get Skylar away. He's not gonna push in there. That was a stupid move, but what Summer did was set the dish down and they reached back in and grabbed it. Thank God I trained Fred enough. I had enough in the bank. So that's what's happening. When these 2-week e-collar trainers are saying they're working on level 3 and stuff, they're not. It's the placebo effect. There's no way in 2 weeks you can create behaviors, reinforce them, and cause permanence of habit. It is not possible. When they're saying it's working level as a 3 and stuff, there is no such thing in dogs as something so low a dog can feel, but a human can't feel it. That's sounds. That's sounds. Somehow Greg has perpetuated this myth. Oh, most people can't even feel that. Well, I got news for you. The dog can't feel it either. So just get the puppy over here. I don't know why you're... Just get some treats and get the puppy in the kitchen. So yeah, that's what that is. It's the placebo effect. The dog isn't really feeling it. It's giving the handler, what the handler feels like is the desired response. So that's the placebo. It's making the handler think it's doing something, but it's not. You will not find, if I have to, I'll email Mike Lardy. So help me God, I will. Oh, no. Oh, Dr. Cadmus. Dr. Cadmus is going to talk to us. I forgot to tell you guys that. In Dr. Tortora's book, he thanks several dog trainers. If you guys remember in that video, I said Cal Cadmus is a veterinarian, I think. Yeah, and I said if not, he's a people doctor, but he is actually a veterinarian, and he's actually still in practice, and I'm going to do a phone consult with him. He doesn't know who I am. I'm sure right after that he'll be telling the office staff, what's their line, Summer?
Get rid of her.
No, it's way more panicky than that. They're way more panicky than that.
That was, right?
They're not mean. It's a sudden, it's a sudden alarm. Get rid of her. Yeah, get rid of her. Anyway, I'm just interested to get some insights from this guy. Any stories that he can tell me. I mean, I do consider myself, if aliens came down and said, who are the people that have the most interest in the e-collar and did research, I mean, considering I have, God, who knows by now, maybe 15,000 videos, at least and I mean, I guess I really don't have any tolerance. This girl the other day said, oh, well, she doesn't upload training videos, even though there was this video of this guy jerking. That there's some German import shepherd, and he was on there. Oh, I showed you the guy. He had like this big beer gut, and he was saying, oh, jerk the dog, choke it, do all these things. And, this girl's like on there defending him, and I said something like, how many shepherds have you owned or something? She's like trying to say, oh, well, she's owned 1 and fostered 7. Oh, I'll defer to you then. And I don't upload videos because of immature people like you criticizing. And I said, well, why don't you just say it like it is, that you don't have any balls. And I really don't have a problem saying that to other women. I really don't. Is it strange?
No, it's whatever. It is what it is.
That I could easily say that too. Oh, well, a lot of people don't like the e-collar, so I won't, I'm not going to upload the videos because I could get negative, What was that one, Professor George or whatever? Or there's that other guy too.
Yeah,
Those are the only really two that I can remember recently. Occasionally you'll get these Brits, but I actually think the Brits are getting more educated because as a general rule, I mean, they've got a lot of highly educated people there. My friend Edmund lives in Cambridge. I'll tell you, if I move to England, I'll tell you where I'm going to move, right next door to Edmund in Cambridge. He'd be like, oh my God, get rid of her. He'd be like Sue's boyfriend calling whatever it is on me, the deportation department. Anyway, guys, so I got way off track here, but that's what the placebo is effect. The dog is acting within what the handler feels like it should act, even though it's really not feeling the collar. If you're using level, nothing you say is going to convince me. You would have to really zoom in and you'd have to put it in slow-mo to show me that you're affecting a physical change in the dog by virtue of stimulus on level 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or even 7. I consider honestly a lower end level. I mean, I don't really honestly consider anything much lower than 10 on Greg's collar. And a nick on 10, I would say on 70 to 80% of the dogs that we have here is not going to even be discernible to this dog. If I was the type of person that sat around hitting the nick for no reason, but, and when people say, something about, oh, I had it on 40 or something, I say, I have it on 100 all the time. I have it on 100 all the time. I mean, with these big labs and stuff, yeah, absolutely. These big shepherds, these pit bulls, absolutely. That husky, oh no, that husky was on 120. We need to ask Carlos how Nala's doing. I haven't seen the first Facebook update from them about her. Anyway, guys, so that's what the placebo effect is. The placebo is the handler believing that the dog is doing something. You're not going to convince me in 2 weeks' time. And if you are going to convince me, you're going to have to show me this continuous on this low level, in slow-mo, very close up, causing a physical reaction in the dog. Because I can show you that with the pager all day long. The benefit of the pager is there is no placebo effect unless, caveat, the collar isn't on. Placebo effect. Bye, guys.